You wake before dawn in a shelter of hide and branch. The fire is low. Across the embers, a man from a neighboring band offers you 3 flint blades in trade for a haunch of meat. He says the blades are freshly knapped, razor sharp. You run your thumb along an edge. It is dull. He is smiling at you anyway. And in this single quiet moment, one mind trying to plant a false picture inside another mind, something enormous is happening. You're watching a lie. For 99% of human history, there were no written records, no court, no contracts. There was only this: faces, voices, and the constant, invisible negotiation of who to believe. Today, the average person is lied to somewhere between 10 and 200 times a day, depending on which study you trust. We have built polygraphs, perjury laws, and entire industries devoted to catching deception. Which raises a strange and very old question. When did we first learn to fool each other? And what did it cost us to get so good at it? Let's start with what we know for certain. In 1983, 2 psychologists, Heinz Wimmer and Joseph Perner, ran an experiment that would quietly redraw the map of the human mind. They told young children a simple story. A boy named Maxi puts his chocolate in a blue cupboard and leaves the room. While he's gone, his mother moves it to the green cupboard. Then the question, when Maxi comes back: where will he look for his chocolate? Children under about 4 say the green cupboard, where the chocolate actually is. They cannot yet grasp that Maxi holds a belief that is false. But around age 4, something switches on. The child smiles and points to the blue cupboard. They have just understood that another mind can hold a picture of the world that is wrong. That ability has a name: theory of mind, and it is the precondition for every lie ever told to deceive you. I must first model what you believe, then deliberately corrupt it. No theory of mind, no lie. And the timing is uncanny. Developmental researchers Victoria Talwar and Kang Lee tested this with what's called the temptation resistance paradigm. A child left alone, told not to peek at a toy, then asked if they looked around age 3. Only a minority lie. But by the time false belief understanding locks in, the numbers explode. In older children, between 72 and 93% will look you in the eye and deny it. Different labs, different countries, same result. The lie arrives the moment the mind is ready to build it. Now, some of you are thinking, fine, that's children. But maybe lying is purely human, a side effect of language learned, not inherited. Fair question. And the answer comes from the apes. In 1988, primatologists Richard Byrne and Andrew Whiten published a body of work called Machiavellian Intelligence. They had spent years cataloging what they named tactical deception in monkeys and apes. And the records were astonishing. A young baboon caught doing something forbidden suddenly stands upright and scans the horizon as if a predator were near, sending the whole troop into alarm and conveniently erasing the evidence of its own misbehavior. No words. No training. Just one primate manipulating what another primate believes. The most haunting case has a name. At Furuvik Zoo in Sweden, a chimpanzee called Santino was watched for years by researcher Mathias Osvath. In the calm of early morning, before visitors arrived, Santino would quietly gather stones and hide them in neat caches around his enclosure. Then he learned something darker. He began concealing the stones under hay so that when tourists drew close he could appear relaxed. Even pick up an apple and stroll moments before launching his ambush. He was hiding his intentions. He was, in the most literal sense, faking calm to set a trap. Deception, it turns out, did not begin with us. We inherited it. So why did it run so deep? The answer may be that deception isn't a flaw in social life. It may be the engine of it. In 1998, anthropologist Dunbar published the social brain hypothesis. Comparing primate species, he found a startling pattern. The larger the social group an animal lived in, the larger its neocortex, the thinking, planning surface of the brain. Brains didn't balloon to make tools or hunt prey. They ballooned to keep track of each other. Who owes whom? Who betrayed whom? Who is telling the truth? Run the numbers on the human brain. And Dunbar's equation predicts a natural group size of about 150. And here's the twist that built civilization. Once one individual could deceive, everyone else faced enormous pressure to detect deception. The liar evolves a better lie. The audience evolves a sharper eye. The liar evolves subtler still. This is an arms race, and it runs inside our own skulls. Every leap in cunning demanded a leap in suspicion, in memory, in the reading of faces. Language itself may have been forged partly in this fire, a tool not only for sharing truth, but for shading it, hinting, flattering, and concealing. The same mind that could promise could also break a promise, and remember exactly who broke theirs, which means the lie was never only destructive. To tell one, you must imagine another person's inner world so vividly that you can reshape it. That is the very same skill behind empathy, behind teaching, behind storytelling, behind love. A child who learns to lie has crossed a threshold. They now understand that you are a separate mind with thoughts of your own that they can touch, the trust that holds a city of millions together, and the deception that quietly undermines it grew from a single root. The astonishing ability to know what is going on inside someone else's head, which means you. Today, every time you sense a friend is hiding something, every time you choose to believe a stranger anyway, you're running software that took millions of years to write. The fire-lit trade with the dull flint blade was not a glitch in the human story. It was the moment the story became possible. So the first lie was not a fall from grace. It was the first time one of us looked at another and truly understood there was someone in there to fool.